There's a lot of changes going on all around here. Most of the office, for sale. Mel? A forever thing, a 24/7, 365, you can count on us. Hey, what's up, Trainiacs? For those of you who don't know, Post is the social media ad agency that I started September 1st of last year. As I mentioned, about 3 weeks ago, there's a lot of changes going on all around here that I figured now, because we're just a few weeks away from a lot of the big changes actually happening, I should probably update you. If you're not into hearing the story about this and all you came to this channel for is triathlon tips, dance, monkey, dance. Totally understandable. This video isn't for you. So yeah, Trainiacs, as I mentioned a few weeks ago, there are some big changes going on with Post and Triathlon Taren. Primarily being that with Post here, we're actually scaling down a lot of the work that we were doing for clients so that we have more time, more resources, and more of our energy focused on Triathlon Taren. If any clients are watching this, by the way, we're still doing client work. We're not shutting you guys down. In fact, all of the clients that we're still working with are our favorite clients, the ones we like, and we're gonna keep working with because we like you guys. But by the end of August, we're shutting this place down. At the moment, we're selling off just about everything. Like that desk, for sale. This cabinet, for sale. These storage lockers, for sale. All of these sound panels, for sale. Couch that I talked to you all on, for sale. Most of the office, for sale. Mel?
What are you doing?
Negotiable. Nothing. Not doing anything. A little bit of backstory for you. When I first graduated university with my business degree, I thought that I was going to be the CEO of one of the largest companies in Canada, and basically right up until last year, I had that dream of building a gigantic company because I've always had a chip on my shoulder where I needed to feel important, and I associated that with business success. And that was what I thought Post was gonna be. I intended to start this and grow it into the biggest social media shop in town. And what ended up happening really quickly was I just found that I was still wanting to work more and more and more on Triathlon Taren, which at the time, just September of last year, was like a side project that we were doing for fun. And towards the end of the year, I started thinking to myself, you know what? Why do I need to feel importance from business? But the messages that I started getting from the Trainiac community, like people telling me that I helped them lose weight or enter their first race, or even maybe take a leap of faith and leave their pencil pushing, suit wearing desk job, those things were like hitting me deep in here. And what I was realizing was the business successes that we started seeing early on as Post was starting and growing weren't nearly as fulfilling as those messages that were one-on-one. So over the holidays and in early January and February, I thought to myself, you know, what if I can feel that sense of importance, not from being a big fancy pants business person, but instead by having a really big impact on the world and doing it in a really authentic way with a sport that I love and helping people who need inspiration, and I can be a part of that inspiration. So I mean, depending on who you are, how much better is that than growing some giant company that is basically just a money machine? I actually talked to my dad about it, and towards the end of owning the business that he did for 30 plus years, he felt like the business was running him. He wasn't running the business because he was getting bossed around by clients, by employees, by all the overhead and the bills that he had to pay, and he didn't feel like he had time to do what he wanted to do. So what Mel and I are trying to do is turn Triathlon Taren into the primary aspect of this company. And yeah, somebody made a comment the other day about when did Triathlon Taren become a commercial venture? Well, I mean, I can't do this for free. I gotta eat. The dogs need dog food. Bikes are expensive. YouTube AdSense revenue does not go very far. So we're coming out with things that I 100% believe in and can get behind and go raw coaching plans, Triathlon Taren kits, podcast, products that I can like and recommend like no problem. And I will always stick to doing what I believe in, and I'm never gonna sell out and be a shill for anything, because the second I do that is the second that I break trust with the Trainiac community. And you guys are the best part. You are what make this possible. I guess the moral of the story, the takeaway from all this is, if you're a person that is in a position that you don't necessarily like or want to be in, but you're unsure of what to do about it, I would say that you certainly don't need to quit your day job and start a YouTube channel the next day. I would recommend that you follow your curiosities and see where it leads you. Don't just accept that your lot in life is how it's gonna be. If you've got a 9-to-5 job, take your evening time to start a podcast, start a blog, start a YouTube channel, start an Instagram account. Start doing whatever you're curious in, and what you'll naturally find if you keep going down that path of I'm curious about this, and then I'm curious about this, and then I'm curious about this, is eventually, I guarantee that you will be able to find something that you absolutely love and would do for free. And because you love it and are willing to do it for free, you will be willing to sacrifice what it takes to make that your living. And I'm not here to say that it's gonna be easy or it's not gonna be scary. Frankly, we are going into a time where, as of September 1st, right now, we have all of 0 clients lined up. We've got a lot of irons in the fire and things that just need to be solidified, but I tell you, when all that's coming in is some AdSense revenue and triathlontaren.com/some coaching money, some scary nights. But you know what? It's scary exciting, not scary, oh my God, am I gonna have to wear this suit and turn into that person that is the most senior dude in this office, and that is not the life that I want for myself. That's scary. That's terrifying. Having maybe just a few lean months while I'm pursuing my dream, that's not very scary. It's exciting. So Trainiacs, thank you for all your comments, your messages, your emails, everything that you do to make this a community. I just put out the content, but you all are the ones that are watching and commenting and chatting with each other and motivating me and motivating each other. That all is what makes this an easy decision to make, that, you know what, we're gonna try to make Triathlon Taren a thing, a big thing, a forever thing, a 24/7, 365, you can count on us, we'll be there for you, pal, sort of thing. Oh, and fun story, I mentioned before that we might be building a Triathlon Taren studio garage at home. Not gonna happen. You go to a bank and they say, well, what is your employment? And I say, I'm a YouTube sensation. Their answer? You mean you're unemployed. So if any Trainiacs out there are Canadian lending institutions that want to say that I'm actually employed and allow us to build a Triathlon Taren studio in my backyard, that would be really cool. Just throwing it out there.